You're thinking about updating your home's insulation to something like foam, but if it was built between 1940 and 1990, it may contain vermiculite insulation. I'm going to explain to you why this could be an issue, how it could even pose health issues, and why you should have the material tested before having any work done. So what is vermiculite? Vermiculite is a mineral, and when it heats up, it actually expands, which makes it a really good insulator. It was very popular in homes between the 1940s and 1990s. People generally used it as a loose fill insulation in their attics and their walls. So why is vermiculite such a concern today? Let me explain. During the time of its popularity, one of the biggest companies that offered it as a product did some mining in Libby, Montana. Unbeknownst to them, that mine was actually filled with asbestos. Now, because this was such a popular company, it's a good chance if you have vermiculite in your home that it probably does contain asbestos. So what do you do now? Now, I do want to clarify that vermiculite is not asbestos, but like I said, because of the mishap in the mining, there is a good chunk of vermiculite insulation out there that does have those asbestos fibers in it. Unfortunately, it's not something that you can just look at it and know whether or not that it has asbestos, and that's where important scientific testing comes in so that you can find out if it's going to be a health hazard or if it can just stay where it is. Now, I know that asbestos is a very scary word. Asbestos is a known carcinogen. It can cause lung damage, lung cancer, and even mesothelioma. The scary thing about it too is that it's not like these illnesses come on all of a sudden. It can happen years and decades after the fact that you have been exposed to it. So now let's get to the point where we're at now. You've decided that you want to update your home's insulation, and we'll just say that you landed on something cool like foam. If the contractor finds vermiculite in your walls, there's two things that are going to happen. One, the homeowner is going to have the vermiculite tested. Once those results come back, that's where two comes in, which is either the vermiculite has to be removed, which has to be done by an abatement company so that it can be removed safely and legally. The other part of two is that it comes back negative and the installation can happen just like normal. Now, if the vermiculite that tested negative is in the attic, it would be removed just like anything else so that the spray foam has a clean place to adhere. If the vermiculite that tested negative is in the walls, it can just stay where it is and the injection foam can be added to the walls with no problem. Now, it's very important for me to say here that if you have vermiculite in your home and you need to test it, you need to be very careful. Don't try and sweep it up. Don't try to vacuum it because even the slightest disturbance can kick up those asbestos fibers. It's important to just really leave it where it is until you know what it is that you're dealing with. When you get the small testing sample or if a company comes out to test, safety precautions need to be put in place so that you're not inhaling any kind of asbestos or anything that could harm you. When in doubt, get it checked out. Don't wait to get it tested. Get it tested immediately when you know that you have vermiculite, or if right now you know you have vermiculite, get it tested to make sure that you're safe. Now, there are companies that you can contact that can do this testing for you. One company that we often recommend is EMSL Analytical. The Environmental Protection Agency recommends extreme caution when handling vermiculite, and so do we. So a couple of resources that would be helpful to you as the homeowner are a couple links to the EPA website that discuss vermiculite specifically. Those links from the EPA can be found down in the description. One is, what is vermiculite? And the other one is, how to protect your family. We'll also include the link to EMSL Analytical for you to order testing kits if you need to. Now, if you're unsure about the vermiculite in your home, don't panic, but don't wait either. Get it tested and be safe. Once you get it tested and you get the all clear, or if it needs to be removed, your home's going to be foam ready. And when that's the case, check out the dealer finder on our website. There you're going to find a ton of RetroFoam dealers across the country who can help make your home more comfortable, energy efficient, and healthy. I'm your building science brainiac, reminding you to bring a little science to every project.